I absolutely love stories. And I like writing them, I like reading them, I like listening to them, audiobooks, whatever it is. And one of the things that I've discovered as a scientist is that our minds love stories. Our minds are telling stories, and they're never not telling stories. And so the key thing when we're asking the question of how do I change a state is to really replace the word state with stories, right? Because we're telling a story. Yes, Neville defines the state as a body of beliefs, but what is a story? It's telling you the beliefs about a character, and you're the character, okay? Following through on those beliefs and experiencing. Why? Because we get what we believe. We experience what we believe. That's what manifestation is, okay? But I really want to get to the root of this, and I do have other videos that talk about this, but not as in depth. So check out those ones as well. And to change a state is to realize that it can change, okay? That's first and foremost. Whatever your circumstance that you're in right now, it can change. And so a lot of people really struggle with that first part because they're looking at it from the lens of where they are now. And so you have to always rise above in consciousness or just be aware that there's a possibility, hey, I can get beyond this, right? I can get beyond not paying my bills. I can get beyond, the fear of not paying my bills. I can get beyond the fear of rejection. I can get beyond whatever that is. It's all about overcoming, right? And the Bible uses that. The Bible uses the word overcome quite a bit because it even says that we are overcomers. Why? Because you are coming over it, right? You are actually literally arriving at a different destination, okay? Where that no longer is the thing, okay? And you deserve that. But to fully grasp how to do this, I think is super key. But to grasp how to do this, we got to go to neuroscience first. And so the reason being is because your brain is a storytelling, conjuring machine. And in that is also neurochemicals that are released that become habits. And they actually reward you for even telling bad stories that you don't want to be experiencing anymore. Okay. So there's a neurochemical response that you get, like things like dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and norepinephrine and all of these other chemicals that are released when you keep repeating the same behavior over and over, depending upon the behavior, depending upon your environment and the world around you. Right. And so to really get this though, is that means you're getting rewards. Hey, I want to believe that money is really attainable, but I'm getting rewarded for believing it's not. Hey, I want my SP back, but I'm believing that I feel lonely, right? Or whatever the opposite feeling is that you're feeling, you're getting rewarded because you've repeated it enough. So then therefore you're now the character who's always lonely, right? Mr. Lonely, sorry, Akon. And so you are then the person who doesn't believe that anything exists beyond that possibility because you're not thinking from the perspective of the new person who already has everything that they want. Okay. So to change your state is to live the new state. To change your state is to become the new state. To change your state is to embody the new state. Okay. And so you want to develop strategies that will get you to the place where you are living and being that new person. And so, well, then how do you overcome the old story while you're trying to embed the new story? Well, that means you need a stronger new story. Okay. That is so powerful, so exciting. And guess who gets to do that? You get to generate and create the behaviors that you would be like, acting out if you were living the life of your dreams today. And yes, Neville says you can change a state within a twinkling of an eye, right? And let me make sense of that. Okay. Have you ever had, like, let's say you go and you realize, oh my gosh, I got a C on my test and you were expecting an A or whatever it is. And so you're kind of low or whatever it is. And then the next thing you know, 5 minutes later, you're like, I just won $10,000, right? And so, that kind of thing is what Neville is talking about. You can change your state in a twinkling of an eye. But what he's trying to get to you is you don't wait for the environment to change. You don't wait for things to happen to make you sad and then to make you happy. You give that to yourself every single day in and day out. You develop the awareness, the strategy, and the ability to become the best version of yourself every single second of every day. So again, you are embodying that person. So one thing that you can do is what I've actually been taught from NLP is parts in like integration. Check out my other video where you end up having a conversation with the limiting emotions. Now, actually it's with all the emotions. But what you do is you imagine yourself sitting in the room, okay? And you have a circle of chairs and you're the one who's leading the discussion. It is like a support group, but in each chair is an emotion. Now, you can either do all your emotions or you can just sit there and talk to fear. You can sit there and talk to fear of rejection. You can sit there and talk to worthiness. You can sit there and talk to whatever emotions that you are struggling to give up. Talk to them. Why are you here? What are you trying to tell me? And then embrace it. End with a conversation with embracing that emotion. Okay? And I guarantee you, do that for about 30 days and you will become a very different person who actually changes state quite quickly.